We all have busy days. Today, we're going to talk about just the ways that I manage my busiest days and what I do to make them just run a little bit smoother for me. Hi and welcome. Thanks for joining me today. Before we get started, this video is part of a collaboration hosted by Davene at Calm in the Chaos Homeschool and Shauna over at Homegrown Homeschool, and I will be linking their channels below. So check them out. They have some great videos just on everything homeschool. So if you're interested in see what they have, check them out. I will also be linking the playlist link for this whole playlist, which is just a whole bunch of moms sharing their tips, techniques, methods, whatever you want, and how they make their busy days smooth. Just what they use, how do they manage that. So I'll be linking that playlist below as well. So check that out when you're done with this video. For me, well, we all have busy days, and the unexpected ones, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the expect ones that you have appointments scheduled or just a lot going on for whatever reason. For me, I find busy days are hardest, not so much because I have a lot to do, but because on a normal day, I have a routine, I have a rhythm, I have a schedule, and things are somewhat intuitive for me. I know what's next, and so I'm not thinking about what to do every step of the way. With a day that's abnormally busy or has appointments or just has out of the ordinary, I find it to be exhausting and rough because I have to think about it all day long. It's not intuitive, it's not my normal, and so I'm constantly having this little checklist, did I miss anything list? Do I have everything ready for what we're doing next? Is everybody ready to walk out the door? Did we get everything we need done in our homeschool? And so I find them to be exhausting because my brain is working so much more than on just a normal day where your normal routine just kind of flows. So a lot of my methods for managing a busy day are methods for managing the thinking part of the busy day. And kind of how I gauge, did my day go smoothly or not, is at the end of the day, how exhausted am I? Not physically from running around, but mentally. Do I just feel like, oh, that was a busy day? Or do I'm like, oh, that was a busy day, but I'm okay. So with that said, I have kind of 5 ways that I manage or help my days go just a little bit smoother when I have out of the ordinary happening. So I have a list here just so I kind of don't forget because I want to mention them. But number 1 is if you have a light day planned into your homeschool, move it. And what I mean by this, so I actually don't have a light day planned into my homeschool. We have a schedule for a 5-day homeschool, 5-day-a-week homeschool, and we do that. But when I made that schedule, I did create on the side another schedule for a 4-day-a-week homeschool that got the same amount of stuff done during the week, but just in a different way. And I have that on the side so that when I have a week where there's a day with lots of appointments or something going on, I use that schedule instead of our normal one. And I already have it created. It's already thought out. So I don't have to juggle in my mind. And so when I know that I have a busy day coming up, I'll take that 4-day-week schedule. I'll take that light day in that 4-day-week schedule, move it to whatever day I need it to be. And I'll use the other days the rest of the week. But a lot of us do have light days planned in, like Friday's your light day or whatever have you. And so you do not have to be stuck in that. If you know that Tuesday's a crazy busy day, but Friday is normally your light day, move Friday to Tuesday and do what you'd normally do Tuesday on Friday and just shift it around. You don't have to be stuck in your schedule. And so I would actually encourage you, if you do a 5-day-a-week homeschool and you don't have any sort of lighter day planned in anywhere, I love having a schedule pre-written out for myself that has a light day planned in just for weeks when I have a busy day in them. I would encourage you to try that and see if that helps. Number 2 is make a checklist. Make a checklist for your homeschool, make a checklist for your whole day, make a checklist for your home, what you need to do chore-wise, what you need to do care-wise, what are your responsibilities for the day? Because like I said, part of the reason that busy days are exhausting is that mental load of, did I get everything? Did I get everything? Am I missing something? If you have a checklist, you can go through it and just know that you've gotten everything without having to second guess or think through it all again. Now, not everybody is a checklist person. I am. It just saves my brain the thinking. I've already thought it out. I know I have everything I need and all my ducks are there. And so if I can just check everything off, I'm not missing anything. I don't need to worry about it. So checklists on busy days for me are invaluable. Again, not everybody loves that, but for me, it just takes the load off my brain and I can just know that I did everything I needed to if I finished that list. Okay, number 3, meal plan. And especially for those busy days, but if you know you have a busy week or you know have a week with a busy day, meal planning saves my brain so much space on those days. When I'm running around crazy, the last thing I want to do is get home and go, do I have what I need to make something? What do I have in the fridge? That is just so exhausting for me. Meal planning and figuring out what we're going to make is the hardest part about cooking dinner for me. And so if I can take that off of my shoulder and just meal plan over the weekend, knowing that I've got a busy week, busy day coming up, this is what I'm going to do. I have everything I need for it. And so that when I get to that point of the day, I can just do it. I don't have to think about it. And along with that, crock pot meals. Crock pot meals are the best thing ever for a busy day. Even if you're busy in the morning and you have to put things on in the morning, get up like 15 minutes earlier. The thing about crock pot meals is they're always quick to make. Like you're putting everything in one dish. It's not all these different pieces that you have to make. It generally takes a lot less dishes to make, so you have less cleanup afterwards. But if I can stick my meal on in the morning and just not think about it again, that is one less thing to deal with later on, whether or not my afternoon is the busy part of my day. If I had a busy morning or early afternoon and I come home and I don't have to make dinner, I just know it's taken care of. It's like breathe time. I don't have to think about it. So I love crock-pot meals on the days that I know are going to be the busiest. Okay, so next, prep things the night before. And this is homeschool related and not. If you know you have some activities during your homeschool or something that needs to be done, make sure you've thought everything together so that you're not scrambling to do that in the morning. But also with your home, anything that needs to be prepared. And that includes prepping your kids. What do I mean by that? Let your kids understand the schedule for the following day. Like, you don't want in the moment to be like, oh, we're doing this, go get this, get your shoes, do this. Like the night before, this is what tomorrow looks like. This is what it's going to be. This is what I expect from you. Even for little kids, I find if I'm like, we've got a busy day tomorrow, I need to get up early, so I'm going to put your clothes out tonight. And I do that. I encourage you, if you have little kids, lay their clothes out in the morning. And I explain to them, the first thing you do when you get up is get into those clothes. And then I need you just to be aware that we have a busy day, that I need you to be fast. Just preparing my kids for the next day's routine and not like in the moment having to manage everything really can help. Like my kids are 4 and 5, so they can't do that much. But if they have an expectation of mom is busy, the first thing I do is get into my clothes because I know we're going to go somewhere. They're just not lagging behind, taking an easy morning, slow. They kind of had that expectation of we're going to be up and doing. And that can make a big difference in my homeschool, at least. And the last thing, get up early enough. If you're somebody like me, I like to sleep in. I do not like getting up early. But I find that the days that I sleep into the very last second I can, like I'm just going to nurse that clock. I know how much time I need, so I'm going to sleep into that point. Those mornings are so much more chaotic than I just gave myself an extra 15 minutes. Get up 15 minutes early just so you can do your morning routine slowly. Start the day slowly. Your rest of your day might be crazy busy, but give yourself that extra 15 minutes to get a slow start, to not run around like a chicken with your head cut off from like second of getting out of bed. Give yourself enough time to get your hair done, get breakfast started, have that time with God if you need that morning time with Him, have that cup of coffee started, and then jump into the day running. Give yourself just a little extra time. It may seem counterintuitive because it's like, oh, I got a busy day. I'm just going to get as much sleep as I want. I'm going to just do what I need to do. And those days are always so much more exhausting for me. Honestly, if I can just give myself a slow start with getting a plate and then a slow end with having that meal in the crock pot, the busy in the middle of the day, I can manage. For me, my most exhausting times of the day are morning when I get up, just because I do not like mornings. I'm just not a morning person. I want to sleep in and I'm tired. And evenings after about the time it's time to start dinner and do dishes. So if I can manage those 2 times a day to be the more relaxed parts of my day, then the busyness in between just doesn't affect me quite as much. I can make it through and still be okay. So hopefully that's helpful. Those are my methods for surviving busy days, for making them happen smoother. Busy days are never super smooth, but smoother. And like I said, don't forget to check out the playlist below where all the other moms are sharing their tips and tricks and methods for surviving busy days as well.